Hey everyone, it's Nighthawk. After my last video showcasing 10 things you should know before jumping into Swarm, I wanted to put together a quick list of some more advanced tips you should know to level up your Swarm skills, including a hidden tip that I really haven't seen anyone talk about yet. So without further ado, let's get into 5 advanced Swarm tips. I'm going to start with a tip that I'm not sure many people even know about. I haven't really seen anyone talk about it or show it off. Number 1 is that there's actually a hidden recall button next to your HUD. Depending on your interface scaling, it'll be about an inch to the right of your health bar, somewhere around here. You can click on this button to start recalling, and after 8 seconds, you'll return to where you spawned into the map. This can actually be incredibly useful for getting across the map quickly to get to a Bel'Veth or Yuumi trial, especially on a larger map like Subterrane or the Beachhead. Note that if you aren't able to click the recall button, make sure that Disable HUD spell click is unchecked in your interface settings. This next one was suggested in the comments of my last video. Number 2 is to delay picking up access cards that drop from elites, mini-bosses, or Bel'Veth trials. This one is a little subjective, but I suggest picking up cards early to get those upgrades as soon as possible, and only hold off on picking up later cards after around 6 minutes, in order to force weapon evolutions. This will give you a good balance of getting powerful early, but also give you the option to evolve a weapon as soon as you reach level 5 with it. Here's a tip for playing with a team. Number 3 is knowing how to min-max your XP gains. This one's a little complicated, but to explain it briefly, the XP system in Swarm works like this. The player who picks up an XP drop determines the value of the orb, and then that value is split amongst your team. This means that someone with a higher XP bonus, either from upgrades, passives, or augments, should always be the one to try and pick up the larger XP drops. Obviously, they won't be able to pick up every orb themselves, but I find it's useful to let them grab the big XP drops that come from completing Bel'Veth trials or killing large groups of mobs. You'd be surprised how big of a difference this can make in your team's level. Number 4 is knowing how the storyline quest system works. This one seems to confuse a lot of people, and I really can't blame them. The way that Riot set up the objective system is pretty convoluted. But the storyline quests are the path to unlock some of the most powerful augments like Cross Country, Spray and Pray, and Juggernaut, so it's important to know how to do them. Each individual quest, indicated by their name in brackets, must be completed in order, meaning that you have to do each step before you complete the quest and gain the augment reward. It's also important to note that you can only do one step per quest per game, meaning you'll have to do a serious amount of games to get these all unlocked. Some quests can be done out of order, but have prerequisites before they can be completed, so it's probably best to just go down the line and do them that way. And as of right now, the final quest is bugged and only can be completed with Leona, so if you're struggling to do that one, that may be why. And now our final tip, number 5, is to know the incredibly powerful augment combinations. There are a lot of different augments that you can get by completing the Yuumi trials, but some of them are far better than others. On top of being incredibly powerful on their own, some of these augments synergize incredibly well with each other and with your other passives. Here are some of the best combinations I've found so far. Feel free to share your favorites in the comments. Cross Country on its own is very strong, but pair it with any move speed augment like bite-sized, gathering speed, or more, and it becomes absurdly OP because you can reach high stacks very quickly. Cross Country also has great synergies with champions that can move long distances really quickly, like Riven or Briar. Seriously, this is probably the best augment in the game on most champions, especially if you can get it early. My next favorite combination is the Ramming Runner augment, and any other move speed augment, passive, or ability. The Ramming Runner augment grants you bonus damage based off your move speed bonuses, and this can scale incredibly well with champions like Jinx or Riven, who already get a lot of free move speed in their kit. So if you pick up Ramming Runner early, be on the hunt to maximize your move speed in any way that you can. My next favorite combination is the Regenerative Tissue and Pescatarian combo. Regenerative Tissue grants you a permanent increase to your health regen whenever you pick up a health drop. Pescatarian gives enemies a large chance to drop health pickups when they die. You can see why this would be a really good combination. And my last favorite combination is Bullet Mania and Spray and Pray. Bullet Mania will give you an increase to your projectile count every 6 level ups. If you get this early, you can end up getting multiple extra projectiles. Pair this with Spray and Pray, and you'll be reaching double-digit projectiles for every single weapon. It's actually crazy. And those are my 5 advanced tips for Swarm. I hope you enjoyed and maybe even learned something that you can use in your next game. I've been making a lot of Swarm content recently, so if you're interested, maybe subscribe and check out the other videos I've put out so far. I'll be doing some extreme solo Aatrox runs with every champion, as well as making individual build guides and updated tier lists. Thanks for watching, and I hope you continue to enjoy Swarm.